Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your body, your health, your wellness, your mindset from where you are to becoming unstoppable. And if it sounds like I'm sitting in an air conditioner right now, you're probably pretty accurate because I'm in my car, I'm driving, I'm going to pick up my two girls from school today, and my day has been incredibly busy, which I'll tell you why so in a moment. And we are getting some warm weather finally today. I think it's up to 27. Tomorrow it's 31. These are the hottest 2 consecutive days that we've had since our summer last year, and it's been a very mild October and November so far. To now. It's only going to go about like that for a couple of days. Then we get a storm and it goes back to 16. Hence that's what you get when you live in Melbourne. We have all seasons in one day, they say. So why have I been so busy? Studio was able to open up today after 7 months of being closed. Incredibly excited. It's so wonderful to see smiling faces on people who have just been so desperate to get back in to it. It's really, really exciting. And what I wanted to talk today about is, look, business is tough, isn't it? Running your own business is tough. Staying motivated, inspired, innovative all the time is tough. Being uncomfortable often is tough. We know that if we want to grow as people, if we want to grow our businesses, then we need to be uncomfortable. But keeping on pushing yourself into that space is just so hard. You can be passionate about what it is that you do in business. Like, I love what it is that I do. I changed career, a highly lucrative career with a great salary, to do what I do now, going back to nothing, knowing that I would now have to do it all on my own, because this means more to me than just working for someone else, a big organisation, and claiming some money each week. So what also happens though, even though you've got that passion, sometimes you just get run down. Sometimes the energy just dissipates. Forcing yourself to do those things that you don't want to necessarily do or don't come naturally to you every single day can be tough. And today it's got me thinking about obviously COVID, being closed for 7.5 months, the studio, but still being incredibly busy, and thinking about how powerful our mindsets are in controlling how we face and how we approach each day. Like, each day I can choose to be angry, upset, disappointed, sad, broken, depressed because of what COVID has presented, or I can look at it the other way and say opportunity, energy, focus, helping others, connecting with others, making a difference, serving with a greater depth, and making a better version of myself. Same scenario, but just thinking about it differently. But even me, having been locked down for so long, it wears away at you. It really does. And unless you've been living under the restrictions that we have for 7.5 months, then it is really hard to relate to it. I get that. You can be like, oh yeah, that sounds hard. Trust me, it's damn hard. And because all other states apart from us haven't been going through what we've been going through, they kind of look at us and think of dirty Victorians, and we just haven't been doing it right. So now that things are starting to open up, what it's done for me, it really has created almost like maybe it's an adrenaline shot, It's certainly a boost in energy because the excitement, the anticipation of being busy again, being able to, reach those monthly targets that you laid down at the start of the year, working with new people, getting exciting results for people is something that's just so special. And when you know that you're having such a deep impact on people's lives, that's exciting, and especially when you hear the words out of their mouths as to what's changed, how excited they are, and living the benefits of those changes. I mean, that's why I do what I do. It's just exciting to hear people feel the benefits. And in me, knowing that, there's freedoms now, I can go and do more things with the kids. Now, I'm not about to go and travel more than 25 Ks, but the fact of knowing that we can now travel wherever we like throughout our state, even though we still have to wear a mask, but we can travel anywhere at any time without restriction, is a liberty that we obviously took for granted previously and has now been given back to us. And when you do have something taken away for so long and then it's given back, it's like, oh wow, this feels really fantastic. And I think that's what I'm feeling at the moment. There's that, there's the shopping, there's the, all of these things, being able to dine out and all of that. And it's not that I'm about to go and do those things, but if I want to go and do some of those things by myself, with the kids, with anyone else, then I can do those legally. It's like being let out of jail for the first time, perhaps. It's exciting. Plus, being able to serve people through, my passion is also exciting. So I have absolutely no idea where the day has gone today. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I have been back to back with either taking the kids to school or now going to pick them up, or appointments, that the day has just gone completely nuts on me. So, and it's only just about to begin. I've got to, what have I got? When I get home, I've got about an hour and a half before I'm back to back I'm seeing 2, maybe 4, 5, 6 people this afternoon for coaching sessions into the evening. And some for the first time, some that have not been for 6 months because of the lockdown. And that just creates a real buzz for me. But it also had me reflecting. If you go and listen to Rob Evans 365, episode 865, which I've recorded today, I talk about being in a rut. And I think I've certainly been in a rut with certain aspects of my life, my business as well. And I feel like I have been certainly too comfortable around some certain areas. And that has just come through, I guess part of it is exhaustion from COVID. Part of it, laziness, complacency. I'm a very motivated person to constantly driving to be more successful. But obviously there have been some things in there which have caused me to not be as successful. So that has me questioning, how did I get into that rut? How long was I in it for? And even though I've produced a lot over COVID, I still haven't done some of the things that I wanted to. So it's pretty easy to fall into that mindset where we just keep on doing the same old thing. And maybe that passion that we once had, that fire in our belly that burned so brightly, has started to wane a little for whatever reason. Sometimes that's an indication to me, personally, that I need to take a break. I need to take some time out. And I know I still need to do that because I have had an unrelenting last 2 to 3 years. It's been so busy. My last holiday was 2 years ago, and that was after the death of my dad. It was at the end of a relationship, it was a really, really tough time. So I haven't had any break since. Then we've had COVID, and it's just been work constantly. But I also know that this next 7 weeks heading into Christmas is going to be just incredibly busy. And for a number of reasons, it's really just not possible to just go and stay anywhere at the moment because everybody's booked out the accommodation. It's incredibly busy, crazy busy. So what I am doing is making sure that I'm staying focused, and I'm in it for the next 7 weeks before I'm going to get a break. And yeah, even though that might sound tough and been working incredibly hard, I've still got to keep working harder because this is the time when people need us. And it does feel a little bit like we've just been thrashing ourselves so hard that now we're at the start line, we need a rest. And I do feel some of that myself because I've been working so incredibly hard. But there's no time for rest right now. It does get a little bit quieter in January typically, just because people go away and do different things. But who knows what's going to happen this year, because this year is not like any others. And with COVID being in place, then we just don't know whether people are going to be travelling as much or not. So, got to be in it for the long haul. And that means kind of reinventing yourself a little bit. But, it becomes exhausting to constantly reinvent yourself. And it makes me realise that, running your business is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do. It's just such an unrelenting battle. And if you don't completely love it, then you're going to stop at some point. Which is why I'm always looking for a way to innovate, keeping on making myself uncomfortable, having the mindset to recognise how you can do better, and recognising that, wow, actually, I think you've gone into a bit of a rut here. And I think opening the studio today and just doing a few other things that I haven't done for a while has just made me realise that, actually, maybe I've just been focusing on some other things that have caused me to just take my eye off the ball here a little. And it's time to refocus that. So maybe there's a place in there, a message in this for you. Maybe there's something where you've taken your eye off the ball a little bit. The ones that I was talking about in my Rob Evans 365 podcast are some family stuff. Like I think I've just let things run with my two daughters, and because I want to be the best version of a dad for them, then I had become a little complacent just with COVID and the homeschooling and all of that kind of stuff, and the fact that I need to go to bed so early. I think I've allowed some things to slip, but you watch for the flags, and I recognised that there were some gaps here that I needed to fill. So that required me to have a discussion with their mum and the kids around where things were right now and how we needed to make some changes. Not big changes, but just changes. And that's on me. I let that slip. And the kids are kids. They're not adults. And they need more direction than I had been providing. So that was one of them. Another one is to do so with some other various parts of my business where I feel like, gosh, yeah, you completed that online program, but you are absolutely not nailing the marketing of it. You're not pushing that enough. So I know I've got more work to do there. It's a learning curve, isn't it? Constantly learning, constantly looking for ways to improve, and that's how we become more and more successful. That's all for me today. Have a great day. It's so hot here right now, but I'm so grateful for the air conditioner, whoever invented that for a car. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe.